Imagine a world where the simple act of driving, something that has defined human freedom for over a century, is suddenly forbidden. No more grip on the steering wheel, no more feeling the engine roar beneath you, and no more thrill of overtaking on a sunny highway. It sounds like science fiction, but what if it were real? What if humans were banned from driving forever? The shift wouldn't just change the way we move. It would revolutionize our cities, our jobs, and the very culture of freedom we've always associated with cars. Streets once filled with honking horns and reckless lane changes would transform into seamless corridors of autonomous precision. Self-driving vehicles, once a futuristic curiosity, would dominate every intersection. In traffic accidents caused by human error, which claim tens of thousands of lives in the US every year, would plummet dramatically. At first glance, it might seem like a utopia. No traffic jams, no DUI accidents, and no aggressive road rage. But dig deeper, and the implications are mind-blowing. The very experience of driving, a personal, almost intimate connection with your car, would be gone. A new world order would emerge where humans become mere passengers in a system optimized for efficiency, safety, and speed. Economically, the shift would shake industries to their core. Driving schools would vanish, car insurance models would be rewritten, and the automotive job market, from truckers to delivery drivers, would undergo unprecedented upheaval. Millions of livelihoods built around driving could disappear almost overnight. And yet, there's an undeniable allure to this hands-off world. Imagine commuting while reading a book, watching your favorite show, or even taking a power nap while your car navigates rush hour. Roads could be narrower, parking spaces reimagined, and cities redesigned for humans rather than machines. Urban planners have long dreamed of traffic-free streets. This ban could make that dream a reality. But there's a catch. Not everyone would accept it. Humans are creatures of habit and independence. The very idea of surrendering control to machines, no matter how safe, could spark widespread resistance. Protests, underground driving clubs, and even illegal racing circuits might emerge as rebellious pockets of freedom, fighting against the machine-driven status quo. By now, you might be wondering, how close are we to this reality? Could a human driving ban actually happen in our lifetime? And if it did, would life truly be better, or would we trade one set of problems for another? Before we dive deeper into these questions here, there's something important. If you love exploring, what if scenarios and cutting-edge automotive technology, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next part of this mind-bending journey. You won't want to miss what happens when we explore how cities, society, and even car culture would be reshaped forever. So, what would happen if humans were banned from driving forever? The first and most obvious impact would be on society itself. Roads, highways, and cities would suddenly become safer and more efficient, but not without sparking massive upheaval. Imagine every delivery, ride, and commute being handled exclusively by autonomous vehicles. Your daily coffee run, grocery trips, even road trips would all be planned and executed by algorithms. Traffic accidents, which claim nearly 40,000 lives annually in the US, would drop dramatically. Emergency rooms might see fewer trauma cases related to crashes, while insurance companies scramble to adapt to a world where human error no longer exists. But safety comes at a price. Personal freedom, the thrill of spontaneous road trips, or the rush of high-speed driving, would vanish. Many would feel a profound loss, not just of a hobby, but of a cultural identity tied to cars. The economic consequences would be staggering. Millions of professional drivers, truckers, taxi drivers, delivery drivers would need to retrain for entirely new careers. The automotive industry itself would undergo a massive transformation. Cars would no longer be designed around human comfort or driving skill, but optimized entirely for efficiency, AI compatibility, and predictive traffic flow. Traditional car enthusiasts might struggle to relate to a vehicle that drives itself better than they ever could. Urban life would be forever changed. Roads could be narrower, intersections redesigned, and parking garages shrunk or eliminated. Cities could reclaim space currently consumed by vehicles, turning highways into parks or bike lanes. Real estate could change as suburbs designed for drivers might lose their appeal, while smart cities with AI-integrated transport become the new hubs of activity. And then there's the psychological side. Humans crave control. Surrendering driving to machines would create a sense of helplessness for many. Some might embrace the convenience, but others could push back aggressively. Illegal driving rings, black market autonomous overrides, and freedom rides could emerge as acts of rebellion. Car culture, a cornerstone of American identity for over a century, would need to evolve, or risk fading entirely. The environment could benefit enormously. With AI regulating speed, optimizing routes, and coordinating traffic, emissions could drop, fuel efficiency could increase, and cities could finally see the reduction in congestion we've long dreamed about. Electric autonomous vehicles could dominate, further accelerating the shift away from fossil fuels. Yet even with these gains, some would mourn the romanticism of a gas-powered engine and the freedom it once represented. The shift would not be gradual. Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that driving is no longer legal. Overnight, society would pivot toward AI-managed mobility. The legal, social, and technological adjustments required would be immense, and that's before even considering the global implications. If this scenario excites your imagination, just wait. The next part of our journey dives into the technological backbone that would make a human driving ban possible, from AI systems to smart infrastructure, and the risks hidden beneath the surface. You'll be surprised by how close we already are to this reality. If humans were banned from driving forever, the backbone of this reality would be advanced technology. Autonomous vehicles, powered by AI, would not just exist, they would dominate every street, highway, and intersection. Self-driving systems are already evolving rapidly, but to fully replace humans, they would need near-perfect reliability, instant decision-making, and the ability to communicate seamlessly with other vehicles and infrastructure. AI driving systems rely on three main pillars: sensors, algorithms, and connectivity. LiDAR, radar, and cameras act as the vehicle's eyes, scanning the environment with extreme precision. Machine learning algorithms analyze these inputs, predicting traffic patterns, avoiding obstacles, and making split-second decisions that humans often struggle with. Then through vehicle-to-vehicle, V2V, and vehicle-to-infrastructure, V2I connectivity, cars share data in real time, creating a network of synchronized motion that could eliminate collisions almost entirely. Think about it. In a world where every vehicle communicates, traffic lights might disappear entirely. Cars would glide through intersections perfectly timed, reducing congestion and emissions. Highways could safely handle higher speeds, and long-haul deliveries could be completed faster and more efficiently than ever before. Essentially, the roads would operate like a high-precision orchestra with AI as the conductor. We've explored what a world without human drivers might look like and the technology that would make it possible. Now, let's dive into the long-term consequences, both thrilling and unsettling, of a society where humans never drive again. The first major shift would be cultural. Driving isn't just a means of transportation, it's a symbol of freedom, independence, and adventure, especially in the US, where road trips and car culture are ingrained in our identity. Without the ability to drive, generations would grow up seeing cars not as extensions of themselves, but as automated pods controlled by AI. The thrill of speeding down an open highway or taking a spontaneous detour could become a thing of the past. Classic car enthusiasts might adapt by focusing on design or virtual experiences, but the emotional connection to the road would fundamentally change. Economically, the ripple effects would continue for decades. Millions of jobs, from truck drivers to driving instructors, would be permanently transformed. Entire industries would pivot toward AI maintenance, software engineering, and smart infrastructure. Cities themselves could be reimagined. Roads could shrink, parking lots could become parks, and urban planning might prioritize pedestrians, cyclists, and public spaces over traditional vehicles. Suburbs designed for human drivers could lose appeal, shifting population patterns and even property values. Social behavior would evolve too. Commuting might become less stressful, leaving more time for work, education, or leisure. But there's a psychological cost. Humans crave control. Being forever relegated to a passive role in transportation could create new anxieties and even spark rebellious behaviors. Underground racing, illegal driving networks, and black market AI overrides could emerge as modern expressions of freedom. The tension between convenience and independence would define this new era. Environmental benefits, however, would be profound. AI-controlled vehicles could optimize routes, reduce congestion, and improve fuel efficiency. Electric autonomous fleets would further cut emissions, potentially slowing climate change and reducing air pollution in urban areas. In this sense, banning humans from driving could be a pivotal step toward a more sustainable future. But perhaps the most fascinating consequence lies in the fusion of humans and technology. Freed from the responsibilities of driving, people could reimagine mobility entirely. Autonomous vehicles could become mobile offices, classrooms, or entertainment hubs. Transportation might be as much about experience as efficiency. The question then becomes, are we ready to embrace a life where our freedom is redefined not by control, but by trust in AI? Ultimately, banning humans from driving forever would force society to confront profound questions about autonomy, safety, and identity. Would the benefits outweigh the losses? Could we accept a life where freedom is measured by efficiency rather than the thrill of the wheel? Or would a part of humanity always rebel, yearning for the simple joy of driving itself? If this scenario blew your mind, you're not alone. The truth is, the future of driving, and our role in it, is closer than we think. So imagine yourself in this world, sit back and consider. When humans step out of the driver's seat for good, what kind of society will we create? Before you go, make sure to like this video if it made you think, subscribe for more mind-bending what-if scenarios, and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss our next exploration, where we dive even deeper into the worlds AI could create, and the surprising consequences that follow. Yet this technological utopia isn't without challenges. Cybersecurity becomes critical. Hackers could potentially manipulate traffic or take control of vehicles. Fail-safes would need to be nearly foolproof, and government regulations would need to evolve faster than technology itself. AI systems would need to account for unexpected human behavior, weather anomalies, and unpredictable environmental conditions. A human driving ban would only work if AI could flawlessly manage every variable on the road. And then, there's the user experience. Even if we no longer steer the wheel, humans would still demand comfort, convenience, and trust in their AI chauffeurs. Cars would need intuitive interfaces, emergency override options, and adaptive learning to match individual preferences. The goal isn't just safety, it is creating an experience where humans feel secure and in control, even when they aren't driving. The implications for transportation logistics are equally staggering. Entire industries, delivery services, ride-sharing, and freight transport would be redefined. Autonomous trucks could operate around the clock without fatigue, dramatically reducing delivery times. Last-mile delivery, traditionally the most expensive and inefficient part of logistics, could be automated entirely, reshaping global commerce. This is where reality begins to mirror science fiction. The autonomous revolution is not a distant dream. It's already underway. Tesla, Waymo, Cruise, and other companies are testing AI-driven fleets in cities worldwide. Smart highways, AI-managed traffic systems, and predictive maintenance are just the beginning. The question isn't whether humans will be banned from driving, it is whether we're ready to let AI take the wheel completely. Before we move to the final part of this journey, take a moment to imagine it. A world where you wake up, hop into your car, and sit back as the AI takes you anywhere, safely, efficiently, and without you ever touching the steering wheel. If that excites your curiosity, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on, because the next part explores the consequences, both thrilling and terrifying, of a world where humans never drive again.